an invocation by David and the Pledge of Allegiance by Lupe.
Father, thank you for allowing us to meet today. I ask that align our thoughts with your will. Give us the insight and the wisdom. I ask for your grace to be able to make decisions that will be in the best interest of all. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. For the record, it's Monday, August 25th, 2025, and we're at City Chamber. And I will proceed with a roll call and finding of a quorum. Dalinda Guillen, present. Linda Davila? Present. Mario Mendez?
Present.
Fred Lopez? Absent. Ediel Barrera?
Present.
Jose Garza?
Present.
And David Reyna?
Present.
We have a quorum. All right, next item on the agenda is our conflict of interest reminder. And at this point in the meeting, if you have anything to disclose as far as a conflict of interest, please do so now. If the item comes up later in the meeting, you forgot to mention it, please be sure to mention it to legal. And noted. Item 4, public forum. Do we have anyone signed up for public forum today?
No, ma'am.
No? Very well. And item 5 is your approval of minutes from the previous meeting. We met on Monday, July 14th, and a copy of those meeting minutes are provided for you to review. I'll give you a moment to look those over. And if there are no changes, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I move to approve item number 5 as presented.
We have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Lupe. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those against say nay. Ayes have it. The motion carries. Item number 6 on the agenda is our financial report. I'll go ahead and turn this over to Melinda so that she can give us an update.
In your packet, you have the financial report. The 2024-25 fiscal year began October 1st. It continues through September 30th. The budget is based on planning estimates, existing contracts, and projected expenditures, and was approved by the EDC Board of Directors on August 13th, 2024. July is the 10th month of and represents 83% of the fiscal year. EDC staff continues to work through all the projects in the work plan while maintaining expenditures at a reasonable level throughout the year. If you have any questions, we have our finance director, Leonel, that can answer any questions that you may have.
Well, I'm just looking at sales tax deposits and that 11.56% year-to-date over the same period last year. That's a really, really good sign.
I'm sorry, which one are you looking at?
I'm looking at page 12 of 66. Does he have our packet? Sales tax deposits? Oh, I'm sorry. This is 2023.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, whoa. I'm sorry, they're in, there we go, I'm looking at that big difference, 3.98, but still positive nonetheless. What else can you tell us about the sales tax revenue, Leonel?
It seems to have reached the steady line. I'm not sure if it's reached the peak already or what's going on, but we haven't seen the increase that we can see in the past. I know we're only it's 6-7% increase every month compared to last year. Over the last couple of months, I know we've seen a decrease compared to last year. And the existing increase is still very minimal, so I'm not sure if we're peaking already or if it's just slow right now with the session.
It has to do with the immigration issue that we have, definitely. I can see it in my business, I can see it on my wife's business, I can see it on friends' businesses as well. People are scared.
Yeah.
But that's the reality. If they're here illegally, they feel that they will be caught and sent back. So it's kind of sad what's happening, but it's coming from the federal government, and we just have to stick to it. But that's definitely one of, if not the main reason why this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from 2022, 2023 fiscal year at 11%, and then 23, 24, 4.48, and we're currently at 3.98% at the end of our
Yes.
fiscal year.
We budgeted 5%, so we're a little bit short right now. Hopefully, the last month picks up a little and helps us gain some ground to complete that 5% that we budgeted for.
And it's gonna continue.
Yes.
I mean, it's not
More
gonna.
than likely, yeah.
Yeah,
Not gonna get better.
it's not gonna get better, yeah. It's gonna, so you'll probably see those even decline a little bit further, maybe.
Probably, hopefully not, but, I mean, we'll see. Keeping our fingers crossed. I don't know if you all noticed, but I included a detailed report as far as the expenditures. The first time we do that, so is it in there, detailed for the monthly expenditures?
I don't see anything.
I see our expense report, our
Was it
credit
in-
card statement.
Was it included there, Linda?
Expenditures?
Yeah, the one I sent you, the report for where you had the detailed?
Page 20 of 66?
I'm not, it's because I don't
Page
have a copy
17?
of, I don't have a copy of the notebook, so I'm not sure, but I did provide that.
The departmental expenditures?
It's, I'm not sure, I'm not looking, but there is an expenditure report that, I don't know, did you provide that one?
I have page 17.
This one, but then.
20. Go to page 20.
The detail,
Detail.
Yeah.
For all the line items.
I don't see it. That'd have been good to,
I did send it over, but,
We're gonna do it probably.
go ahead and send it to Maria, so she can-
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and start providing those on a monthly basis, that way you can see if it's $1,000 expense for the month, you can see that it's so.
yeah, because you do have some here that I'm noticing, like, for example, professional services where we've, exceeded our budget significantly. Our dues and subscriptions being another one. Yeah, that would be helpful. Melinda, for the future, make sure you note some of these expenses, or maybe his report has the detail that anyone might want to know a little bit more of, because these are just numbers, but we don't know exactly how they're spent. So that'll give us more information. Aside from that, is there anything that anybody sees that we can question and maybe get you an answer? Nope.
Nope.
Very well then. This is for information purposes, so we're not taking any action on this expenditure report. We'll talk about the next budget in one of the other items on the agenda. So if you don't have any other questions, we'll go ahead and move on to item 7 on the agenda, which is payment request to Sames for final payment of Los Velas Road Widening Project.
So we have Mr. Peña here. To answer any questions we may have, this will be the final payment for the project. And in your packet,
Hello,
you
good
have
afternoon, welcome.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Yes, so it was a final payment. I think everything's already done. I spoke to my project engineer. I went by the site and everything looked great. So he told me, yeah, I already sent the final payment. I was like, oh no, let's go. So any questions from, I guess, from anyone's standpoint?
This closes out our obligation to you for the engineering services, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So the entire project has been completed?
Correct.
Just thank you so much for helping us on this one and getting a reasonable price for the project. I know you were working very hard on getting quotes and getting a company that was reliable. And so you found one in Edinburgh, right? Was the one in Edinburgh?
We did one in Edinburgh and we did one over here.
Okay, very good. So thank you so much. So whenever you work with us, rest assured that we want to have the best quality and the best price, of course, right?
Yeah.
We want to save as much as we can. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much for helping
problem.
with that. This project has been here forever.
Have we heard any feedback from the businesses there in that corner? Because I know that.
I
for
haven't.
residents- No?
I haven't. I guess if I'll talk to my team, see if they've heard anything. But
Okay.
from what I've seen, it looks the street came out really great.
Yeah, the project looks great.
Really
I'm just
great.
curious if
Yeah.
anyone had some comments on it.
I haven't had any comments, but I'll definitely drive by there tomorrow or one of these days and see.
All right, well, thank you so much for your support and help on this project. This is an action item as it requires our approval to pay for this pending invoice in the amount of $5,577. So there are no further questions. I'll go ahead and entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to pay the balance on that invoice, to
I'll
close it out.
second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those against, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you very much for your help.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Item 8 on our agenda is a payment request to G8 Utilities for work performed on the Los Velas Road widening project.
So we have Mr. Enrique here?
Alejandro Gómez.
Alejandro, I'm sorry. And he's here to tell us if we have questions about the project itself. So this is, we're requesting payment to authorize payment to G8 Utilities in the amount of $83,834 for work performed on the Los Velas Road widening project. And the payment covers completed work, including utility adjustments, site restoration, and compliance with project specifications.
And we have our engineer checked off on all this work because you've done those
Yes, ma'am,
final
correct.
inspections. Okay. All right. Does anyone have any specific questions for our guest?
So would this be the first disbursement for this particular project?
No, this would be
The
the
last one.
last payment, final payment.
And the
For a
final
grand
is-
total of,
$83,834.
and for the project?
That's for the project.
But the total, that was the total?
That's the total of the whole project.
No, for them, for this company only.
Yeah.
No, but they're
Yes.
asking like, what was the
What's
total?
the grand total?
Yeah.
No, the grand total for their contract.
Yeah, for their,
Oh,
this is the amount.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
it.
grand total for the
No,
amount.
that's the first
So you
disbursement.
didn't make any
Correct.
drops?
Okay,
No, sir.
Okay.
that was my question.
and the total for the project itself, we had discussed it previously. You don't have that on hand?
No.
Okay, well, it was a little over $100,000, I think, that we had set aside. It might be further along in our budget documents if it's still on there, but Given that you hadn't had any draws, this is the amount due to you, and unless there are any questions or reservations, I will entertain a motion to approve its payment.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion by Lupe. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second by Mario. Any further discussion? Other than thank you so much for the work. It looks great.
Thank you for the opportunity as well.
We appreciate you coming and bidding on our project here because I know that that was a little bit challenging to get started. So thank you, and we hope you'll do more business with the city of Rio Grande City.
Yes, ma'am, we're looking forward to it as well.
Excellent. We have a motion and second on the table. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Ayes have it, and motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Item number 9 is review and consider possible action to approve the amendments to the bylaws. Now, in your packet, you have a copy of the bylaws as they were amended from what I read in 2015, right? Is that the last revision? September of 2015. So, Melinda, tell us why we're reviewing these.
We are reviewing per request from Mr. Lupe Garza.
Okay, Lupe, you have anything in particular that you want to address or?
I wanted to
bring-
review them. I know they hadn't been reviewed in over 10 years, just to make sure we're up to date with everything and everything's on code and everything's standard.
Gotcha. Well, legal should have reviewed these, so if there's any changes based on, legislation that has changed the way we operate or the rules and regs of the EDC. As I see this, I think the only thing that really stood out to me was the dates that we meet. So when this was adopted back in 2015, the board at that time established that they would meet on the first Tuesdays of the month. But, we've deviated from that. So I don't know if we want to continue to specify a specific date or if it's simply enough that we meet once a month for the purposes of conducting business for the EDC.
I would recommend that we amend that language, and I guess that's why it was worded that way, because we weren't sure what direction EDC wanted to take. The local government code is what defines our bylaws, and so I did find some other suggestions
Okay.
to bring forward.
What are those?
So there's no procedure for removal for any reason. I've got proposed language on that. And what I can do is just formulate a memo with all of these options for you all to digest, and then we can come back and.
Another meeting and
Yes, ma'am.
take action? Okay.
The meetings, like you mentioned, some duties as far as trainings, so they're outlined in our bylaws.
Okay.
The qualifications and conflicts, possibly term limits, there's committees that EDC can consider. So there's quite a bit of stuff in there that we could do or consider to improve
Gotcha.
what we already have, and so I'll bring it forth. Also, the timing of the appointments is, I think our current one has something in May and something in a different month, so aligning it with the beginning of our fiscal year would be my recommendation, just so that everything starts with the fiscal year beginning.
Okay, so pushing that from May to October 1st?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because we currently get appointed, the city commission makes its appointments or reappointments in May unless there's a change in the composition of the board where someone resigns or the board or the commission decides to make a change. But traditionally, it's done in May. And then the way I see it, I think right now we have it staggered. So this May, we had nomination and reappointments for certain individuals. And then next May, le toca the other group. And so that's how we keep that staggered. I guess we could keep that, but we'll push those dates to.
The terms, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, gotcha, okay.
So I'll get those to you, but it was just a way to start the discussion, and city council did want us to look at all of our bylaws, so we have been doing that slowly. So I'll bring that to the next meeting, and if there's anything that you all want me specifically to look at, email me or let Melinda know, and I'll dive into that.
Well, it'd be great to have these for the next meeting, simply because we're getting ready to start a new fiscal year
Yes, ma'am.
October 1st, so.
I'll have the memo ready this week and out to all of you, and then I'll work on redrafting. Thank you.
Very well. Anybody else have any other comments or?
I do. What
suggestions?
about some additions that we might be missing? It's been 10 years. Imagine, I mean, if we talk about just technology, imagine how much we have advanced in that. So I'm pretty sure these bylaws should be also updated already. So is there anything else that you might want to add in order to protect the EDC and to protect our directors, board members, and officials? Anything that you have seen or you have done in bigger cities, like, I don't know, you work in the valley, is there anything that you have that may help us here?
There's been a lot of cyber training, also including conflict of interest forms inside the bylaws so that members don't have to go and actively look for forms. So I'll bring some ideas in this memo that you can consider, and certainly if there's things that you run across, I'm happy to look at it as well.
Okay, and then I think you and I had talked about just policies in general in reference to the EDC's finances, and I know that there's a little bit of language in there, but when it comes to the budget and our fund balance, I don't know if that's something that would be appropriate for the bylaws, or that would be separate and apart, but.
It addresses the fiscal year, so I think there's room to improve that and include budget, maybe outline how many readings in the actual bylaws and the timetables for budget workshop, so that, going forward, future boards aren't confused about when they should start meeting and talking budget, which.
And our unencumbered cash reserves is what you and I specifically
Yes.
touched on,
Yes.
so that we protect the finances of the EDC and have a baseline for those funds. Okay,
Okay,
very well.
thank you.
All right, so I guess thank you. I guess we're not taking any action on this. We'll take a look at this again next month. And so for item 10, we have discussion and possible action to approve the 2025-2026 fiscal year work plan for the EDC. So, Melinda?
Yes, in your packet, you have the work plan for the 2025-2026. It outlines the goals and initiatives to support economic growth and community development. And this will be used to guide the EDC board in the priorities and resource allocation for the upcoming fiscal year. So on page 57 and 58, you have the work plan as we discussed at the workshop. And all the projects are remained there. We did have a change in the transportation and mobility project, which is the International Drive. I spoke to Ms. Norma Garza from TxDOT, and she did say that the time frame for that would be not this fiscal budget, but the following fiscal year budget. So we're looking
Why
to
the
pay.
delay?
We would be looking to pay that in 2027.
Why is
The
there-
huh?
why is there gonna be a delay?
It's not delayed, it's just the timeline of the payment.
So we have advertised requests for qualifications for our engineering services for this project. So assuming that we take on a contract with an engineer, there will be costs associated with the design and that work involved. So does that fall into this fiscal year?
No, because I specifically asked for,
But are we having to pay an engineer when you get your bids and you select an engineer, they're gonna begin work and they're gonna put a proposal together for costs? I think we're gonna get a bill if we're gonna start construction plans this fiscal year, which I believe have to be in place for this. We may not have
Yeah.
a payment to this amount here, is this to TxDOT?
yes,
Okay, we might not have a payment to TxDOT until 2027, but we're gonna look at some engineering costs, sometime in the year. So, something to think about. I don't know what that cost will be. I mean, we just have to look and see what we get as far as,
Now, Ms. Melinda, I have a question on this one. We had agreed to certain amount, right? So who's monitoring the total expense of the project? Because I know Camargo Bridge is also contributing and EDC is contributing. So do you know, like, who's paying what or?
For right now, the project manager, because I haven't taken any of the classes,
Okay.
would be Sarah.
Okay, that's something to consider. If you can just start getting some information so that you can know what's going on in there, because it's very important.
yeah, this is important. And so I mean, I understand that Ms. Hernandez has the class required for TxDOT to serve as a project manager, but you should be able to have all the information necessary for this project so that you can be fully informed and report to the board, if not have Sarah here to present on it.
At least the basic information. Like
Yeah.
how much, I don't remember how much we approved. I think we approved 300?
300.
Do you remember?
For the expense to the state,
Yes.
I know she had given us some numbers a while back. I don't have that exact amount, but we do have 119,000 spelled out here.
No, yeah, maybe it was just because our obligations this year, but I'm pretty sure that if I remember correctly, we had approved like 300 or 400. Because remember, first time it was like $1 million,
1.2.
1.2, and then they reduced it.
The total.
Yes, and then,
Our obligation, our out-of-pocket
yes, and
expense
then
for it.
Camargo Bridge was gonna bring also something to the table.
Right.
So we ended up with an amount, I just wanna have it like, at a glance here.
For
what-
the next meeting?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
that's important to know as we prepare to undertake.
If not,
some
we're
of
gonna
those.
just keep paying. Hey, you had said
Well,
this amount?
I know we paid a filing fee for this to the state. I think it was
Yes.
like 40 grand a
Yes.
couple of
Yes.
months ago.
It was
Yes.
31,
Okay, 30,
Something.
okay. So that we took care of, and,
Remember, this works like a co-pay for us. We
Right.
just have a certain amount out of pocket and that's it.
right,
So we need to, I don't know if we're gonna start spending money first and then we're gonna continue, or we're gonna be doing it together. I just wanna make sure that we are on the, to be safe.
that we're gonna be doing expenditures together, as in us
And the Camargo Bridge?
okay.
Yeah, they're the ones who basically, the only reason we decided to go ahead is because we had to come up with an agreement where they're gonna also pitch in.
Well, their contribution does not keep us from fully funding this project, because we have the obligation to hire your engineer to draft the plans, to bid out that project, to pay that contract and seek reimbursement from the state. That's how I understand it. But there is some contribution from the Star Camargo Bridge that falls into that. I don't know I don't know what that amount is, and I don't know where that falls into
Yeah.
to the schedule of those expenses. So maybe if there is something that you could share with us that tells us, where they come in, because for all I know, if we're spending 300 and they're spending 300, at the end of the day, we're spending that whatever total amount, but we're getting reimbursed and out of pocket only spending 300,000, or whatever that number is.
Yeah.
But I don't know where
Just,
that.
we need to monitor those expenses and make sure we are in
And so-
compliance, yeah, and to whatever we had agreed on.
Right, and we should have something like that prepared and reported to the board so that everybody's informed on those obligations,
I don't remember
amounts,
exactly.
timelines.
The 30,000 comes from the original budget, from the total budget?
Yes,
allocated?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if it's
Yeah.
300, it's minus 30.
Yeah, that's what I,
So it's like 270 what we owe.
Yeah.
Maybe pues, to legal or Mr. Milan, have we received any commitment in writing from Star Camargo Bridge in reference to their allocations into this project? Not yet. Nothing yet?
total cost of the project.
Can
Well,
you-
every
can-
expense that's done, it should be,
Oh, yeah, no, but
I mean, from 300,000, right?
But we're gonna fund it all, we're gonna fund it all and we're gonna get reimbursed? I thought it was.
no, I don't think it was like that.
Get yourself fully briefed on that project,
300.
or bring Sarah
Or-
to present.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, simple math. If we had agreed
Otherwise,
like
we're gonna be
3,000,
fishing for
300, we already spent 3, 4.
But
We don't want to be on
engineers,
that situation
they don't
like,
wait to
va faltan 200.
I know.
Well, you do need to monitor it.
Yeah.
300 is 30,000 initial payment,
Yeah.
and on and on and on.
And we
On
took
a
it out
basic-
with their commitment, written
Yes.
commitment.
Okay, well, we know that we're lacking information on this, so we know that there's gonna be an amount that I'm just assuming with engineering costs, that is gonna have to be considered as part of that expense. Where in the fiscal year it happens, I'm not sure, but we'll go ahead and
Good
determine
afternoon.
that.
How are you?
We're just talking about the state, the International Drive Project. Can you give us an update on?
Yes, so members of the board, we are currently working with TxDOT. Our RFQ has been posted for the engineering services. That RFQ was reviewed by TxDOT just to ensure everything was on the up and up. And I believe that the bid opening is on September 3rd. So at that point, during your next EDC meeting, you'll select an engineer so that we can continue with full plans for that project.
It is, so there's gonna be a cost associated with engaging an engineer.
Correct.
So that's what we were talking about before you came in, that there's a cost to that we have yet to identify in our work plan and in our budget.
Yes.
And in addition to that, there's expenses that are due to the state. Melinda just informed us that there's a particular payment that won't come up until 2027. But we still have the engineering costs, and then once we go out for bids on construction, we're gonna take on construction costs as well. And so we're going to be obviously doing everything possible to seek those reimbursements so that we're operating on monies coming in, monies going out from the pool of funds that are available to us.
Yes,
for
so
this
I
project.
wouldn't say that the construction costs are going to come up
This fiscal year.
this fiscal year, but more than likely the next. But I did discuss with Melinda that we will be seeing some engineering costs
Yeah.
come up. What amount that could be,
Right.
I'm not entirely sure. We do have a preliminary costs that were provided by the engineer that we have been working with for some time now to come up with the preliminary engineering plan. So we have an idea of what the full engineering costs are. Obviously, we're not going to budget for the full cost because there will still be costs associated throughout the construction. The engineer will have some costs at that point. So I did recommend that we do budget for some monies. The full amount at this time, I don't think is necessary.
Ms. Hernandez, good afternoon. And
Good
we
afternoon.
are well aware of these. My question was, by the time we know we have the preliminaries from the engineering, and we pretty much had an estimate. So, but when the out-of-pocket from the EDC, the amount that we had agreed on in collaboration with Star Camargo Bridge,
Correct.
where are those funds are going to start kicking in, the ones from Star Camargo Bridge?
So we did receive something from Star Camargo Bridge indicating that they would be partaking in the costs. So we did have something in writing. How those payments would be given to the city or to the EDC to cover this project still needs to be worked out in a full legal agreement, and I know Mrs. Garcia is aware of that. So more than likely, once we have an actual cost and we get rolling on the construction, then we'll,
Do you remember how much was the amount?
300,000.
They had agreed to 300,000. Okay,
Correct.
perfect.
Yes, and I spoke to someone from their office, Ms. Mayra Gracia, not too long ago, maybe a few weeks ago. And just to touch base, she says, yes, we're still looking forward to that project. We know that we're going to be applying some funds there to assist with some of those costs. So
Okay, then
it's
we
still
can
something
discuss
that's
it.
active and very much on the table.
Okay, we can discuss then as a board, like how do we want to start getting those payments? Do we start first, they start first, we put the money in together? How do we work it out, we'll work it with legal then.
Yes, I
But
think they
just-
pictured that they would be giving us 3 payments of $100,000
okay.
each per. So they will be spreading that 300, they're not gonna pay us 300,000 upfront.
Okay,
And
thank,
that document or that agreement is being put together by legal or being negotiated on?
So the letter was hand-delivered, their initial offer was hand-delivered to the city secretary. And we have not begun negotiation on an agreement,
Okay.
so we'll follow
But
up
as
on
you
that.
understand it, it should break down to 300,000 in increments of $100,000 payments. And
Okay.
those terms are still yet to be spelled out.
So I'll draft a contract laying those terms out and then forward it to the entity.
Okay.
Do we have to make $100,000 worth of expenses to get reimbursed 100,000, or how does that work? Okay.
we can discuss a plan and then we'll, okay, thank you so much.
So you'll bring that back to us. So, but we do have engineering fees on there that we're pending, so we need to account for that. What else do we have that's here, that's new or changed since we last spoke, Melinda?
The pool project, that was not included initially in the work plan, in the workshop, so that pool project, we have it in there for tourism development for 150,000. We have everything else stayed. We did reduce
Which one's reduced?
the Grande Commercial Square.
To just cover the first,
To just cover
that first leg of that agreement, which
Yes.
is for the reimbursement. Have we gotten anything from them yet?
no.
Does anybody have any questions regarding that? No? Okay.
The promotions and marketing, that includes you'll see it in the next section, but that includes the 50,000 that we discussed for the Freedom Fest.
So new to this work plan would be your pool project and,
And the Main Street beautification project, under Main Street enhancement.
that wasn't on there before?
No.
Okay, and then you have the job training monies that we are matching for that Texas Workforce Commission grant. So those 3 items I guess those are the newer projects that are added to the work plan. The rest are just fluctuations in numbers based on what is projected to be spent. But when it comes to those 3 things, I think because they're all in excess of 50,000 or 10,000, that we should advertise those for public hearing and have the public come in and make comments if necessary on that. Are there
On
any-
which ones, Ms. Alinda?
On the 3 new ones, which is the pool project, because that's new, and then you have the job training grant, and then the Main Street beautification project.
The Main Street beautification project is something that I will definitely support from here on. it's something that, as a matter of fact, I think it's nothing.
It'll probably stay on there.
Yes.
These other ones are, maybe they're one-time, like the
Yes,
pool is a
the pool is a
one-time.
one-time thing.
The
so-
job training may or may not be, depending on whether or not this board chooses to reapply in the next year, but I agree with you that Main Street one will stay.
And by public hearing, you mean like a
You
town
should-
hall meeting?
Yeah,
Like something like that?
where you advertise that you invite the public to come and talk about if they
Okay,
want to.
aren't the community invited to these meetings?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
But the requirement is that we have a public hearing on
Okay.
anything that is new and spends over $10,000 of EDC funds. Everything else on there is not, I mean, we've already had a public hearing on many of these things, so they're not necessary, but for these three, you want to have the public come in at least. We don't have much participation from the public as we'd like to have, but for
And
whatever it's worth
Is that
every
being
year.
done like during a regular
Yeah,
meeting?
regular meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe in a subsequent meeting, we'll post a hearing, just so that it's on the record that we have informed the community, this is our work plan, and they're welcome to come and make comments.
Have we
And-
done any of these this year, no? Have we done any public?
So typically, I know last year when we passed the budget, so it's presented to the board for them to approve the items on the work plan and the budget. If that happens at this meeting, then at your next meeting, listed as your agenda item would be a public hearing, so that members of the public who want to request a copy, or we have it online usually on our website, even the city budget, same scenario, right? Once it passes through the city commission and they approve the work plan and, not the work plan, I'm sorry, the city budget, then at the next meeting, the city invites people from the public if they have a comment. But you publish it online so that people can see the work plan, and if they have any questions, they can sign up. Very similar to public forum, right? Come in and
Yeah.
question, okay, what is the purpose of this, or why are we spending on that? They have an opportunity to do so. That's done every year. So that's why putting all your projects on the work plan is important, because you don't want to be having a public hearing every time you have a
Yeah.
project going, right? So that can be done at your next
But you
EDC
can
meeting.
have, you can
You
have
can.
projects come up throughout the year,
You
and you
can.
add them to your work plan, and you.
But if you have it well planned and you have all your
You do
projects
it
ready
once.
to present, then you can do that at
I
that
would
meeting.
rather have it well planned
Yes.
and avoid the amendments and whatever complication. I don't know, Mr. Leonel, can I ask you something? Sure. Is it a hassle to have budget amendments in order to pass some of these? Let's say that we're thinking of doing something, but maybe 3 or 4 months, and we don't want to put it on the agenda. Is it a hassle for you financially, or not? It's something simple.
It's not a hassle for me. I just do think the more budget amendments you do, the less prepared the commission is going to look, or the board members. This is, the budget is simply a planning tool. That's all we're doing. We're planning for the next fiscal year. And you're basically putting everything that you're planning for on this year and putting it on the budget, so that I guess we're ready for it whenever it comes.
Yeah.
I know in the past we've put a lot of projects and they don't, for whatever reason, they don't happen throughout the year, but at least we plan for them. And then we move them over to the next budget, and they happen the following year. We just keep moving them along. And I know the process for all the projects here in the city, and the same thing with the EDC, it's a long process. You have to go through legal and wait on the monthly meetings and another monthly meeting. So I just do think that if it's not added on the budget as a plan that we're doing right now, then it probably makes us look like we're unprepared for the full year.
I'm not recommending budget amendments. I prefer to do it once and only once, and if you have to come back and make a change, it's because it's absolutely necessary and it has to be something significant.
Yeah.
But as far as, it being available to us to make if we had to throughout the year, I mean, yes, the city does an amendment too.
Yes.
If it needs to, but I know Leonel tries really hard to get it all down as much as possible so that we avoid having to come back. But it's not that you can't do that. When it comes to the projects, it's just a matter of letting the public know this is what we've got, and they're new projects, which is why you're not That's why you're advertising the project to the community, let them know, hey, this is what we're spending your money on. If you have any comments or suggestions, you're welcome to come to these meetings and have those addressed.
And I just want to make a comment. I know we discussed a possible public hearing on some of the new projects. And I think this comes back maybe to the bylaws or procedures within the EDC, because we already approved the job training monies.
Right.
So.
We haven't been granted anything yet, and we haven't spent any of it yet.
I guess the question will be, should we have a public hearing when we have entities such as the workforce come and present something before we take action to have a public meeting? Because we already approved it, even regardless of their comments or the insights from this particular project.
But my
We
question,
already approved it.
You can.
Mario, sorry, but my question, adding to your comment, is it a requirement, Ms. Garcia, like to have those public hearings, even though we have a public forum on a
On budgets,
monthly
it
basis?
is.
On budgets?
Yes, statutory.
Now, my question is, did we do a public hearing for the $300,000 we approved to International Drive? Did
I
we?
don't believe so.
That whole project was a public hearing from the moment it made it onto the work plan, before your time.
Also-
Not the actual, this recent.
But when we approved the money?
It's not based on the money, it's based on the project.
If I may
Because
add
it's been there
anything,
forever, and now that it's gonna be a
Spent.
spend, now it's gotta, that we approved it, now, I imagine that neighborhood behind the Chevrolet will be more than happy to be
To
here
come
making a
from.
line.
And there will be public hearings for that project. I think Sarah can probably tell you that the TxDOT has a certain,
Maybe we can add it, maybe we can add it to this next meeting.
I think it's well, it should be, International
'Cause I would
Drive
love to
project
see those
should be on
comments.
the work plan.
Before we even,
It is.
So I
But you
know
don't
that,
have-
I know that you mentioned about, if we've already done a public hearing, the work plan in itself, the document itself is something that we can publish for the public to comment on, because they should know, it's not just a project itself, they need to know what amount of money is being spent.
Yeah.
That's half of the purpose of
and just for the
publicly.
record, I'm number one supporter of public hearings.
Yes.
This is transparency at
course.
its finest. We want the community to know, and we invite them. But look, there's, I
we
mean,
have some guests. Thank you for
So-
coming out to our meeting.
yes, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Taking interest.
But still, on those, especially these big projects, I would love to see the community, and especially for that International Drive.
Yes.
Later this coming month, we have, the TEDC is hosting their sales tax workshop in Edinburgh. I think everybody here is
Yes,
signed up to
everybody's signed
attend.
up to go.
They'll cover all of those details there, so it'll be good for you to go and hear and ask questions there about those specific requirements. And we
Okay.
can get a lot of clarification from their.
if I may add to my answer to your question before, the budget and the tax rate has to go through a hearing on our, anything that gets approved right now is gonna go in our proposed budget.
Yeah.
Which is gonna get passed through council on Thursday. We're gonna have to post that budget, at least for 30 days, and at the end of September, we're gonna have a public hearing for the tax rate and for the budget. So
would be
basically,
perfect.
everything that's in here
For
is
everything else?
basically covered in that public hearing that's already gonna happen for the budget.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Janet. Anything else on here that anyone has, I know we talked about this during the workshop, or it was presented. And this is an action item, by the way, it's to approve the presented work plan.
I move to approve item number 10.
Very well, we have a motion to approve, and we have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against? Ayes have it, motion carries. Now we'll move on to item 11, which is discussion and possible action to approve the 2025-2026 fiscal year budget.
Yes, you have the budget in front of you. That's the 2025-2026 budget. Establishes projected revenues and planned expenditures to support the corporation's programs and initiatives. So, based on the work plan, and input from our board members at the workshop, I propose that we we will be having a $368,860 deficit. What I'm proposing is that it's not a deficit, it is an enhanced investment. We have two projects that will benefit the community. One of them is the pool project. This is a new investment in recreational infrastructure, and this will be attracting visitors and supports all types of local events. We also have the hotel incentive program, which is on our work plan. And then this will encourage economic tourism growth, support new jobs, visitor revenue, and sales and hotel tax increases. Looking at these being a one-time expense for us, for the EDC, and that is what I'm proposing for the budget this year.
If I may add I provided everybody with a worksheet. This is our budget for the city, and this is the way it's gonna be presented to the city on Thursday. It's gonna go in our budget workbook. If you all look at page number 3, it shows the projected fund balances from last year, at the end of this year, and then projected for the end of fiscal year 2026. Even with the deficit that's being proposed in this year's budget, we're still looking at keeping a fund balance of over $2.2 million at the end of 2026. By the end of this fiscal year 2025, we should see a surplus of close to $500,000, or $450,000. So that should increase our fund balance to $2.6 million, and with the deficit that's being presented on this budget, it'll bring it down to a little bit over 2.2.
If we don't make any,
Additional.
well, I was saying investments to bring new businesses, which
Right.
is our job here. That's our goal, right? I honestly would love to see that fund balance in $1 million next year. Hopefully we can spend $1 million incentivizing those big businesses like we did with the hotel, which is, I was making some math there, and what we incentivize that hotel with, it's nothing. It's 2.7, 2.8%, which is nothing for the 11 millions they're bringing. Imagine a state-of-the-art hotel here, and I was very happy to help them. So that's our goal. Hopefully we can get another 10 businesses like that, and we can give them $100,000, $200,000. That will be awesome. That's the whole role of the EDC. Incentivize businesses, bring them, make them attractive, make Rio Grande attractive. So I'm gonna be working as hard as possible so I can help bring those businesses. I've been talking to certain business owners, so hopefully we can conclude one, which is very difficult. I've tried on several occasions. I think I've tried with 6 different businesses this year. I mean, it's not bad, one every 2 months that I brought to the table, and for some reason or another, it's not going through, but this last one, hopefully it goes through, and we can incentivize and help them bring that extra sales tax and services to our community. So I encourage all of us to talk to those businesses and just bring them in, and we can, Ms. Melinda and can treat them well, and can explain what this city is about and why we are the ideal city, and it's up to them, but we want to make them easier on them. So I hope, again, we spend $1 million next year from
Well, yeah.
September, from October to October.
There's no doubt that we want to do what is possible to attract these businesses that we want to bring to Rio Grande, and this work does not happen overnight. I think it's very clear to everybody that we can all, like you said, you reach out to 10 different businesses and you only land one. And it's taking you so long to do that, and it's just, but everybody, you know, helping out, our partners, our city, you know, and members of this board, just, you know, putting Rio Grande forward in their discussions, helps, but it's really not as easy as people think. So whenever we do land a project, we should be very proud. There will be some monies, obviously, that we'll have to set aside for some of these activities that's not reflected in this current budget. We don't have money set aside for any incentive that we might be offering a business. So that's something that I foresee us coming back throughout the year if needed to make an amendment. And those are those special cases where you come back and you say, you know what? We've got to make an amendment because we have this big company coming to create, you know, hundreds of jobs, and this is going to be our investment. And Lionel, we need to update our numbers because that's necessary. So that's an example of where you would come back and make an amendment to the budget. But,
Which
yeah.
is come from the general fund.
Fund
This would
balance.
come
Fund
from,
balance.
from our fund balance.
From the
yeah.
2.2
Yeah.
million that we have right now.
And while we're looking at these numbers here, I mean, obviously, as Melinda said, it's not balanced. You're looking at $368,860 in deficit. However, as Melinda said, it's covered by the fund balance reserves if that's what we want to do. And to do that, legal has recommended that we put together a resolution or some language that spells out that we are drawing monies from our reserves to balance this
To cover
budget.
that.
Because no one wants to put their seal on an unbalanced budget, but we can balance it, and legal has given us the, you know, approval that we can do this, but we've got to be specific in the language that we add to, I guess, the budget.
Just with the normal, regular obligations that the EDC has, how much money do we need just to operate if we don't make any investments, we don't do anything, we don't buy anything, just to operate with the obligations that we have and the payroll?
Well, based on this year's budget, the way it is, if you take away the one-time expenditures, which is 150,000 for the pool project, the 225,000 for the hotel, the other 100,000 for the 3-year agreement for the IHOP, and the other 100,000 that's for the restaurant, remaining lot also for the IHOP, we would be in a surplus of 206,000.
But in money,
You'd be
in amount?
spending about $1 million.
A million?
A million five.
Yeah,
Okay,
without
so-
all the,
$100,000 a month, more or less, like $90,000 a month. So with the $2 million, so we have enough for 2 years, which is a lot. Does this here apply the same rule, which, that you need to have at least like 3 months of operations, or no?
I think we should have a rule in
yes.
place for the EDC.
The city
Yes.
does have a policy, and I think the EDC falls under that umbrella, but
So 3 months of operations,
3 months of operations, that's 25% of
which
the
is
budget.
$300,000, you know, that we should have at least, and we have 2.2 million,
Yeah,
so
so we have 2 years of
Yes.
operation.
yes, okay, good.
But we can come into an agreement what would be the lowest level to
That
use those
we-
funds, right?
Yeah.
Would that be 1,800,000?
Because the minimum is 3 months, 300,000.
300,000.
But I mean, we can be
It's
more,
better to be, yeah,
well, no, a little bit more.
a little bit, no.
Well, because it's just,
Bring it up, yeah.
remember, it's just operations, and
Yeah,
it's not
conservative, yeah.
any, that's just operations without any special project or,
Incentives
or incentive, right? The city doesn't have that expense. They can go, you know, operational, fire, safety, streets, but we're gonna get the unexpected, you know, visitor saying, hey, I'm coming into your town, I'm gonna bring 100 jobs, how can you help me? Well, the operation budget doesn't cut it alone unless you have that extra, so let's just think
Potentially, we
about
have
that.
$1 million to reinvest in the, $1 million plus, right, in the
Yeah.
event, if we were to leave $1 million in the fund
I think
balance.
it's fine. I think we can all come to an agreement on that amount, and it be, you know, something that we should have in place. And my
A
suggestion
minimum
is
reserve,
that we do that,
yeah.
that we do that.
That way we can target that money, that surplus, because you don't want that money to continue growing also just sitting there.
Right.
bring it up to 3 million and then 3.5.
Yeah,
4
no.
We have to reinvest it back.
Right.
And setting a threshold at a minimum would allow us to aggressively go after those businesses and reinvest back into the community.
Absolutely.
But right now, we don't have a threshold.
And those returns are probably better than what we're getting in having it just invested at a,
Yes, in a bank.
investment bank and returning whatever the percentage is. Because you'll have jobs, you'll have sales, you'll have,
It's making,
some
that
really
that
good
fund balance right
return.
now, Leonel, is making about what, 5%?
4.4% at
4.4?
the investment, yes.
Which would be-
Yeah, 2 million, this is about 3,000.
Are there any other comments about this budget? Are we being asked to approve it with any condition on that language that legal advises us to have to tap into our reserves to balance? Would that be the recommendation, Marty?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I outlined the recommendation on an email sent, and I will prepare the resolution.
Okay. Any other comments, no? Linda?
No.
No? Okay. You're still in. Okay,
I was running numbers.
good. So we need-
I was looking for what is it that you sent me on the
You figure out a threshold. Yeah. And then,
We good, Mario?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I agree. Because I'm looking at-
so that motion would be to approve this proposed fiscal year 2025, 2026 budget. I'm looking for the additional language.
Would say the fiscal year 25-26 budget authorizes a draw from the EDC's unassigned fund balance, leaving an estimated year-end balance of approximately 2.2 million. All
Okay,
that needs to be
so
there.
that's our whole motion.
Yes.
You got it? Yes. Okay, all right.
Somebody want to read it?
Very well, so then we'll need this is an action item, so we'll need a motion and a second. Would anyone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the budget
As-
with the language.
With the language,
and
perfect.
I'll second that.
Very well. All right, and just know that we'll come back and we'll review anything that legal shares with us as far as the discussion on thresholds and things like that, too.
But this has nothing to do with the reserve, right?
No,
We're not- we
we're
haven't-
going to authorize to close that gap with the reserve and that amount, but then we'll come back later to set policies on
The reserve.
the reserve. Okay, so we have motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Nays? Ayes have it, motion carries. Very well. Item number 12 is our executive director's report.
Yes, in the packet you have my report. So as you know, we're closing off the Los Velas Road widening project. It has been completed. Next up, the city is looking at the CDBG Downtown Revitalization Project, which is in our work plan. I am currently gathering information with that, so I'll have something available more in detail at the next meeting. And we continue to work with International Drive. I'll be signing up for some training for that project with TxDOT. We met with with Mr. Barrera, business prospect. They're interested in expanding in Rio Grande City, and we have identified a potential location. They've already made the decision, so they're working with the realty currently, and they have also submitted an application, incentive application. I met with some representatives from AES Corporation. They are Applied Energy Services. They're currently looking at doing a project in Starr County for wind project. So they just came by to introduce themselves and are interested in getting support for jobs, workforce, and things of that nature. We continue to receive applications for the Small Business Boost Grant. We currently have 4. So we're getting those, the paperwork finalized with that and the checks, and then they'll be present at our next meeting for a photo op. Events, we attended the anniversary celebration for the police department. The Greater Chamber of Commerce had their mixer at La Finca Acadodada. We sponsored a lunch for the county's Kickstart Wellness Star County Health Fair for the volunteers, and the Tropical Smoothie and Snap Fitness grand openings. Also, TML had a safety workshop at Public Works in which we attended. Main Street, Ms. Yandere is out today, but she is working with her advisory board for a historic downtown cemetery preservation plan. We're preparing an application for the T-Mobile Hometown Grant for the historic downtown cemetery preservation project. We've identified Taco Hut for the Main Street Paint Your Business project. So we'll identify businesses downtown that might need like a little TLC in their facade.
You're gonna paint Taco Hut?
Yes. We're painting Taco Hut.
I like the way it looks. Nostalgic.
I don't know what the colors are, but it's nothing crazy, so.
And that the property owners
Yes.
be in agreement.
They are in agreement. She was very happy that we approached her about it. So we have a tentative date for September 3rd, in which we'll go out there with volunteers and do the project. And we have some, we're coordinating with tourism in the public library for the Grito en el Kiosco. That's coming up September 6th. And we have some great news. Garo's Restaurant has received the Texas Treasure Award. And we are currently working with Ms. Garo to coordinate a date for celebration.
Excellent. Perfect.
Ms. Belinda, I have a question on the boost grant. If I'm not mistaken, we had asked if we could have several every meeting. Is there a reason why didn't we have any today?
Well, we do have one gentleman here, but we didn't have anything ready for,
Did he qualify?
yes.
Which, what company? Oh, good. Well, maybe we can have a deadline for the application for that month.
I don't know where we were doing it.
Like if we do it like 2 weeks before our meeting, that way we can have it ready for that meeting. Because next week we will probably have 4. It's better if we see him on a monthly basis.
Okay.
If we
So
can,
you want a
we can
regular
discuss
basis?
that and have a deadline or
Well,
something.
we have someone here, so why don't you stand up and introduce yourself, and hopefully you'll come back so we can do the check photo op, but tell us about your business. You're here, so.
Please, you can come to the podium. And first of all, congrats and thank you for being
Yes.
here.
Thank you, everybody. I just came in to check, it's Ms. Gomez earlier, by any chance. I went to the meeting, she goes, actually, you're granted. I'm like, okay, thank you so much, I appreciate it. But I received the news a couple hours ago. I'll stay for the meeting. Nothing planned. My name is Rogelio Sainz. We're with La Sada Grill, right across Fort Ringo.
Oh, yeah.
We're there for weekends only since family owned. Carnes asadas de todo tipo. No sé, ¿alguien ha probado aquí la asada?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
For catering next time.
Yes. No, yes. Of course. Yes, tenemos las parrilladas para 6. A couple of those will feed everyone. We're grateful, for the help. I seen it a little bit about it on Facebook, and then I started doing my research, and that's when I applied, and my family's so grateful. I don't know what else.
Well, thank you for sharing where you found us online.
Yes.
So we can continue to put that message on.
Next month will be in our 4th year already open, so we're, it takes a while, little by little, pero pues aquí estamos echándole ganas. Aquí en Río Grande, ¿me entiendes? Y tengo otro negocito donde ya tenemos también 10, 12 años, aquí en Río Grande, y pues veo todo lo que ha crecido. Y ahí vamos, juntos crecemos.
Well, I'm so glad
Así
that
es.
you were one of the recipients and spread the word.
Yes.
These board members are committed. We are committed to assist and we're planning. Hopefully we can start the talks on now to help more businesses we want to retain and we want to expand, we want to bring. So we are talking about a whole new idea of how to bring and help our business owners.
Correct.
People like you are the ones who make this economy run and
Small businesses.
yes, sir. So we are very glad to have you here, and I'm glad that you were one of the recipients. And if you have another business and qualifies under the same requirements, by all means, it's if you get lucky again and you can get
Appreciate it.
So thank you. We'll be
Join us again if you can for a photo.
Yes, I sure will. No, yes, for sure, for sure.
We'll give you advance notice.
Yes, yes.
maybe I don't know because it's when are you planning on having that check until the following month? His check
No,
or
check presentation.
yeah, but I mean
But
he's
the check will be processed like in 2 weeks or
okay.
less.
Have we done the big checks or how we done it
Yes.
with big checks?
You all
That's
took a
fine.
picture at one of the last meetings.
That's fine.
we give it to them, but for the check presentation, I think y'all are doing it here.
But do you have like a check?
They have a big check.
Do we have one?
Yes.
We'll fill it out.
Yeah, bring it. Might as well. Ya nada más vienes to check it. Why wait to the next one? you.
I'd like to add, hopefully, is our plan with the, with the help that we're getting. A lot of businesses or city like this, they know us a little bit, and they go in, how come you guys don't open for lunch? And I mean, the hardest part of small businesses is to get help, to get employees. I mean, that's the bottom line. But we, that's our plan. Hopefully, we can open for lunch because a lot of businesses or a lot of city organizations tell them, you guys should open for lunch. You guys should open for lunch because we're only open for dinner. But that's our part of the plan. Hopefully, with this, help that we're getting, that's been our plan for a while now. Like I said, we're going on 4 years, but we can open for lunch and we can serve you guys a little bit better.
So what's your best meal there?
Best meal?
Yes.
Las parrilladas pues traen un poquito de todo, ¿me entiendes? Pero we have the ribeye en aguachile and we have ribeye natural. Y por lo que vendemos mucho es el tuétano asado, that's our thing. The bone marrow.
Costilla aguachile no tienes?
We'll make it for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Es la finger rib, ¿me entiendes?
Yes.
I'll start getting everybody hungry. La finger rib, la baby back, ¿me entiendes? La fajita, que we only use fajita Angus beef, and pollo natural.
Okay, and the $1 million question.
Yes.
So tell us, these 2,500, you will be using it for advertising, for renovations?
Renovations.
Do you have a plan?
Renovations, yes.
Renovations.
Our plan is we need un techo allá afuera, porque our majority of the people like to eat outside. Pero like for lunch and everything, pues, our weather here is super hot, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we do have 4 tables there with the air conditioning inside, but it's small, you know what I'm saying? It's small, so hopefully we could get a roof going, and that's where I say we should start opening up for lunch, maybe some fans or something out there. We'll work it out, something.
Okay. And right
But
now it's just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for dinner. We're open at 6 for dinner. It's only for dinner.
I'll be there this Thursday.
Ya está, ahí lo esperamos. Seguro que sí.
Taking all of us, so.
Yeah, just, next month will be 4 years.
4 years.
Yes, in September. Yes, sir. Yeah. Ahí estamos echándole. ¿Mande?
And we'll go visit you.
Yes, appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully you
Nice.
can have it checked by next week, and that was the intent, but I know sometimes it's difficult, I just wanted to know, like, why didn't we have, but I'm glad you're here, so
Yeah.
we made it.
Ya
Our
está.
goal is being met right now.
Ya
And-
está,
and
seguro que sí.
This is just one of various programs that this EDC offers to the business community, especially the small business community. We have a partnership with the UTRGB Small Business Development Center, and through them, we're able to offer up, online seminars, webinars on different topics that are of interest to small businesses. So
Right.
if you're, whether it's accounting, legal, marketing, there's a webinar for each of those things. So call us if we can ever
Yes.
help make that connection.
Yes, okay, for sure,
So that
yes.
you can get some technical support in those areas.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You tell me where, next side, hold the check right.
No venimos preparados, pero bueno.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Can you move in? 1, 2.
Hold on, sir, one more, real quick.
What, 25,000?
1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, yeah, claro. Vamos a echar un taquito.
All right, I think that sums up the report,
Yes.
right?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Well done.
Melinda, for that. Is there any other? No?
I just want to say that you're doing a great job.
Yes.
You're
okay.
2 months, right?
1 month.
It's been one?
Feels like it's been 2.
It's been 2.
In one.
So how many more grants do we have available for the?
Based on the budget that we have allocated
We're given
on this
5
one,
or 6?
I want to say we have 3 more.
3 more,
Yeah.
and then we approve on this budget, how many?
We had approved
20.
20.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So,
Very
but
good.
we've already done the first 10.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
fine.
So this is the second.
Okay.
Okay, second round.
Be ready
And do
for,
we
be you
have
ready for
Yes.
for an amendment there?
Yes. Where they're coming in and getting a
Applications.
application and
Got it.
some
Yeah,
qualified.
it takes some time
don't.
for the
Yeah.
community to start
Well,
knowing like, hey,
yeah,
what's going
and
on?
he said social media
Yeah.
is where he found us, so I think we should continue that push on Facebook to target our business community. Thank you, Melinda, for all that you do. We appreciate it. All right, so we'll go ahead and take on the next item on the agenda, which is executive session. We are going to go into executive session for consultation with attorney regarding legal matters and deliberation of economic development negotiations and information received from Business Prospect 2024-1. Is this right?
Yes.
Is it 2024 or 2025?
2025.
It should be
Should be
2025.
2025.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how it's posted on the agenda.
Yes.
But it's incorrect in the background here. So this is section 551.087 of the Texas Government Code, and then consultation with attorney regarding legal matters and deliberation of economic development negotiations and information received from Business Prospect 2025-2 to section 551.087 of the Texas Government Code. Consultation with attorney regarding the possible lease, sale, or purchase of real estate property, section 551.072, and consultation with attorney regarding personal matters, which is section 551.074. It is 6:49 PM, and we will now go into executive session. It is 8:18 p.m. 8:18 p.m. and we are back from executive session. Item A, I'll entertain a motion to approve an incentive for $65,000 to prospect number 2025-1 contingent upon legal review.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I
Yeah,
did, for
she said the amount.
65,000.
Yes, 65.
All right, ayes have it. Motion carries. There was no action on item B, no action on item C, and no action on item D. Next item on the agenda is adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion and a second.
I'll second.
Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This meeting is adjourned. It is 8:19 PM. Thank you so much for your time this evening, guys. Good meeting.